Welcome back to Thronebreaker, The Witcher Tales. Meve is exiled from Lyria. Well, not really exiled, is she? Some gold. I'm gonna start sending out scouts. Okay. So it would seem that there is... Huh, how nice. Right, I'll progress a bit more. He seems good. Alright.
Yes, Your Grace?
Well.
How has it come to this? I, Queen Meve of Lyria and Rivia, must prowl about the underbrush like a common bandit. And you, General Reynard Odo, once proud commander of 4 elite regiments of footmen, now lead a gang of deserters, bandits and scythe-wielding peasants.
I do so proudly, Your Grace.
You must be joking, Reynard.
Your Majesty, under your husband I served 10 years, under you another 8. And never in that time did I fight for a more worthy cause. We seek not to grab land, or stifle a peasant revolt. We fight for all the North, for our freedom, that of others. And you alone didn't give up. Didn't even consider bending the knee before Nilfgaard.
Yes, all true. Yet look where it's brought me.
Your struggle has but begun, Your Grace, and I will do all in my power to see you triumph in the end.
I cannot forgive myself one thing, that I failed to see through Caldwell's schemes. He must have plotted treason for months, years even, yet I suspected nothing.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Your Grace.
Easily said. Ugh, if I'd only realized it in time.
Nilfgaard would have found a different traitor, or sent an assassin north. It was unavoidable what happened. The Blackclads would have attacked in any case, and we'd have stood no chance to defeat the foe in open battle, repel him, drive him out.
So, had you been there when the peers assembled, you also would have voted to bend the knee?
No. My honor would never have allowed it. I'd have thrown myself into the fire, and probably died a fool for it. As matters stand, I still have a chance to thwart the invader, his intentions. It seems, in a twisted turn of fate, I should be grateful to Caldwell.
It's time I attended to other
Your Grace, how fortunate you're here. Behold what wickedness is afoot.
I'm trying to behold Sir Ake, yet I cannot be sure what.
Reynard and Gascon, my lady. Caught in the act of playing face cards.
Oh, that. Indeed they are. Good.
Good? Games of chance, good. Why, they are evil's very claws. Corrupting, tearing at the soul, seeping venom into the heart.
I wouldn't worry about Reynard's heart, Sir Ake. As for Gascon's, too late already, I fear. Besides, they're getting along, that's what matters. If cards do the trick, so be it. Does the good book contain an answer to every question?
Each and every query, without exception.
What does it prescribe a mother betrayed by her son? Tender forgiveness or unflinching firmness?
A moment while I ponder. There's a verse in chapter 2. A child who doth with waywardness defy his mother and father deserveth discipline most severe. Strike him thus heartily, unless thine heart stilleth thy hand.
But one could interpret that any way one wishes.
To thine own self be judge and ruler, spoke the prophet Lebioda. For thou alone shalt answer for thine deeds before thee.
There's a certain wisdom to those words.
Yes, your majesty. One need but gaze deeply into the verses, and oneself.
Farewell, Ake.
Ake. He's actually Siegfried's father, I checked the lore. There are 9 chests over here, so it seems less so, right? Gascon, Reynard, Ake.
So, Gascon, the soldier's life. Does it suit you?
About the same as the bandit's life did.
I beg your pardon.
The tents are cold, the food's shite. On the plus side, plenty to drink, most days. A skirmish here, a scuffle there. Nilfgaardians one day, elves the next, and whoever we rout, we rob of what they've got.
Requisition, you mean? Fully in accordance with the laws of war.
Oh, please. Save your excuses for your father confessor.
The Duke of Dogs. Whence the name?
Not certain I should tell you. It's a personal story, somewhat.
I insist.
So, thing is, I'm a werewolf of sorts.
Did I hear werewolf?
Of sorts. You see, when the full moon glows in the night sky, I transform into a creature that's half man, half dachshund. And then all the other hounds of the night hearken to my command.
Oh, forget I asked.
With pleasure.
I can't stop wondering. How did your strays break into the tower in Lyria?
They exploited its chief weakness.
What weakness is that? I oversaw its construction myself. Walls 5 feet thick, bars and grates of the sturdiest iron.
All tremendous, I'm sure. But how much do you pay the guards?
What? I don't know. The garrison's commander is in charge of that.
Let me tell you then. Not much, Meave. Not much at all. From atop a throne, it's hard to spot the little things. Example, a guard hard up for coin, or one with ambitions. But seeing that's second nature to even the most ordinary bandit. Take any castle door. To open it, to open all, one needs but a pouch of gold.
It's time I attended to other matters. Farewell.
And where did you get that gold, if I might
How
inquire?
fare you, Rayla? The quartermaster, did he assign you a tent?
He tried.
Oh,
I refused it. Best to sleep beneath the stars, little chance of a foe catching you off guard.
rain accepted, perhaps.
I'm not made of sugar, ma'am. I'm not gonna melt.
One sees very few women in the ranks, let alone in the special forces. How did you come to join?
On merit. Proved I'd be of use.
Yes, well, naturally. But how exactly?
I was 15 when I went to enlist. But the sergeant in charge of signing folk up told me to scurry on home. So I proposed a wager. Arm wrestling. If I won, he'd let me join. If I lost, I'd pay him 100 crowns.
And that kind of coin? You had it?
No, so I had to win. As we sat down at the table, across from each other, he laughed and rolled up his sleeve. When it was over, all around us were laughing at him. Then I just followed orders. Did so well enough to draw the king's attention.
I must go.
Alright, we need to save them event then. Alright, so what do I have exactly in terms of my deck? Lyrian Scytheman, Strays, Slinger, all that. I can't even make the Lyrian Arbalists. Oh wait, I actually can, hold on. But it's probably a bad idea to do so at this stage. I mean, I could, don't get me wrong. Right, at this stage I don't need to worry about that. Hold on. How much coin do I have? I think I'll go to about 2,000 before I stop over here. Yeah, that's enough actually for now. Alright, we've had the Scoia'tael over there. We need to help the Aedirnians. Problem for Nilfgaard, the problem here is
Gods. The entire country up in flames.
Ebdahi warned punishment awaited Aedirn, that he would show the land no mercy.
What in God's names did you do to him, Rayla?
Nilfgaard offered us an alliance against the rest of the north, but Demoven declined in his clipped soldier's speech. They say Ebdahi flew into a rage and swore he'd reduce Aedirn to rubble.
I guess that would explain some of the reasons why Nilfgaard committed such atrocities as they did in Aedirn. They butchered the people. And not just butchered. They certainly did work to reduce Aedirn to rubble. They haven't fought, though, ferociously. I think what? It was Aldersberg. I mean, the Aedirnians lost. Oh, a battle. At Aldersberg, the Aedirnians fought a modest hamlet as Meave's army. Move 3 cards to the other road on their side, and damage and units moved by 2.
Gotta get our asses moving.
Okay.
I'm coming, I'm coming.
Consume the top unit in your graveyard, then spawn a base copy of it. That was a bit pointless.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Knackers. Alright, that's the first turn. I expect there will be less special battles and more actual standard battles in this one. Alright.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Regiment drummer.
Aye.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
And this turn.
Should have listened to me old lady.
Set a unit's power equal to the unit on its left. Equal.
You must sweat like a swine in that jacket.
Pays late. Again.
Greetings. What is it?
Oh, I see.
This harvest, we'll be reaping black-clad heads.
Okay.
Left, right, left, right.
No time for that!
Her Majesty is exceptional.
God's blast it! My breastplate chafes.
Alright, that's a victory. That was actually somewhat challenging. Father, the Black Hands are advancing from the south. Fortifications. Take what you and Mum have, Worf, and go at once to Rosberg, to Uncle. You'll be safest there. Well, guess they didn't listen. And they died for it. Alright, need more gold. I must keep going. The devastated Aedirnian countryside.
Any of you see Nimoy? Any of you see Nimoy? Was any of you see any of you?
Camp.
The Lyrians arrived at an ancient, half-desiccated beach. Its trunk sat atop a tangle of thick roots, and scraps of paper covered with tiny scribblings fluttered over it from top to bottom. Travellers crowded all around. Barefoot refugees, bony pilgrims, peddlers with armoured escorts, and shifty-eyed men with the haggard look of deserters.
The Wayfarer's beach,
Rayla said.
Travellers of all sorts swap tales here. Perhaps we can glean something about our enemy's movements.
Or paint the enemy a clear picture of our own.
Gascon interrupted.
Nilfgaardian spies no doubt flock to this tree like flies to particularly pungent dung.
Meve decided to proceed cautiously. She pitched camp in a nearby clearing and sent a scout dressed as a peddler to investigate the Wayfarer's beach. Yet long hours passed with no sign of the soldier.
Gods be damned!
The Queen snarled.
Reynard, send some men to follow his tracks.
The Lyrians found the scout's body in the woods a few leagues from the Wayfarer's beach. His corpse revealed clear signs of drawn-out, cruel torture. Meve could only hope he had managed to hold something back from his captors.
You'd fucking Crumhog. Lord Falberson trots about. Lord Falberson trots about on an imperial leash already. War's lost. Plain to see.
Alright then. More treasures, plenty of them.
Ravens are always trailing armies. Ravens and beasts.
Maybe I should have approached it.
Tucked a bushel of grain away in my shack, but I'm too fearful to return there. You suppose they've gone? Ravens are always... You suppose they've gone?
Your shack. Guess I'll find it. So much pain and suffering. What's that?
Soon after entering Aedirn, Meve ordered a halt. She wished to sit with Black Rayla and plan their onward march, for Rayla knew every path in the realm, including ones not drawn on any map. They were hard at work when shouts rang out among the tents.
One final time I shall say it. As your senior officer, I order you to depart the training grounds.
Or what? Pray tell, you'll have me drop and give you 50?
What is the meaning of this?
Your Grace, I had thought to use this interval to drill the recruits, teach them
to walk,
to maneuver, Gascon. A world of difference. In perfect harmony must soldiers traverse the field of battle. Otherwise, they could break formation. The enemy would penetrate our lines, and our army could be slaughtered.
And therein lies the rub, dear Reynard. Army. This is no army, but a band of partisans, if we do not adapt to the rules of desperation. If we adhere instead to the Academy Codex, we shall lose. Laying traps, wiping tracks, that's what we should teach the lads. Not marching to the beat.
All my eye. A fighting force must have discipline. Otherwise, tactics and planning are impossible. A soldier must obey orders.
A point on which we all agree. And since they are mine to give, I order you both to calm yourselves at once, and never air your squabbles in front of the men again. Our resources are limited. We cannot do everything at once. Prepare your proposed plans for training the recruits, and I shall decide which we shall follow. Clear? Then get to work.
I am the one in charge, not them.
Yes, Your Grace?
It's time I attend.
Nice spat. This, of course, depends on the kind of army that I want to use. You can listen to either of them in setting up. You can go for the Arbalest, retrain them, all that kind of stuff. At the same time, there is value in what Gascon is saying. Real value in what he is preaching. Proclamation.
our oaths not suit the Emperor? However did our oaths and other black-clads Your Majesty, I beg ye, let me join your ranks. Nothing but
Oh, okay, so I guess I should talk with them. Someone mentioned this in a comment. Are those Nilfgaardians? Alright, this is a puzzle. Led prosperous lives, the fact which was reflected in the quality of their homes. Ceramic stoves, hard oak floors. Alright, eliminate damage unit by 2. If it was destroyed, repeat this ability.
Gonna need 3 buckets of nails and a tub full of pegs. Don't you worry yourself, your grace. We'll get it done in no time. Pissing in the moat? Oh, you're dead. It's gonna be a right good levy, big and beautiful.
All right. Aedirn has been betrayed? How exactly is that? Alright, Black Rayla. In Witcher 1 it was White Rayla. In this game it's Black Rayla. I believe canon-wise, remembering by checking the wiki, it was black. Could be wrong.
Your Grace.
Meve heard Reynard call out from behind her.
A scout's returned. Claims to bear an urgent message.
The Queen halted her horse and waited for the soldier to reach her. He abandoned all formalities and jumped straight to the point.
Milady, a black-clad caravan, armed to the hilt, rides this way. To believe the rumours, they're hauling a load of war loot back south.
Reynard gave the soldier new orders, then turned to Meve.
Sounds like a prime opportunity to replenish our coffers.
Indeed. An opportunity we cannot ignore.
The Queen said.
Your unit will block their path. Gascon and his men will hide in the woods and strike their flanks, while I shut the trap, attacking from behind.
Their plan established, Meve gave the signal to move out. A brief moment later, the fight began.
Alright, special rules. Not all of them, however, took to defensive positions. One soldier remained with each cart. They stood backs to their attackers, their right trained on the cargo. What mysteries hid in these wagons? What treasure is so precious to abandon self-defense in the midst of a battle?
We must drive them into the ambush! Follow me!
Bigger they are, easier they are to target. Thing about slings, they hide well.
The chase is on!
We got a job to do.
We're close, Your Grace.
To thee, ni gloire! My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
Sure took your time. Thought you'd forgotten about me.
Now!
All right.
Alba!
Ow!
Yeah, there you will buff my units.
Scheiß in Trade!
Okay, soon enough.
Off to the front yet again.
Ja!
Alright, end the turn.
Quiet, or the Commissar will hear.
The unworthy shall be punished.
Okay.
Brach! Scheiß in Trade!
Ours is not to reason why.
Alright, victory.
The caravan is ours, milady.
Let's see what's in this
Their
caravan.
plan ended in success, the Nilfgaardians crushed. As soon as the dust had settled, Meve tore the canvas off the nearby wagons to see what precious loot they had so carefully guarded. She expected to find gold, jewels, or exquisite silks. Instead, she saw dirty, terrified figures bound in chains.
Slaves,
Reynard muttered.
Their precious cargo. Slaves. Behold the glorious future the Empire brings us.
Meve ordered the prisoners freed and discovered they were Aedirnian peasants on their way to dig canals and dredge swamps as forced laborers.
You are free. You can return to your homes.
The Queen said. If she expected words of thanks and gratitude, she was in for a disappointment.
What homes, milady?
Asked one of the peasants, holding back tears.
Took our land, they did. Nothing we have now. Not a rag to wear, not a crumb to eat. Leave us, we die. Soldiers don't do us in, monsters will.
assuming hunger and cold don't get us first.
The Queen was about to answer when she heard Gascon, standing behind her, whisper,
Before you make any rash promises, please, some maths. Dozens of hungry mouths to feed, and weak bodies to defend, twice as many tired legs to wait for, while war rages all around. You do realise you cannot save everyone.
Perhaps there might be some benefit to it, though. I mean, he has a point.
I attacked this caravan hoping to fill my coffers.
the Queen said.
Instead, I have only secured a new drain upon them. But very well. In these ill times, we northerners must help our own. Women and children in the wagons. The men shall march alongside to the rear. I warn you, if you cannot keep pace, we shall leave you by the roadside. Move out!
The Queen's gaze momentarily caught the eyes of an old woman her soldiers were helping onto a wagon. Tears of gratitude poured down her soot-stained face, across hard lines left by years of destructive toil. Meve was convinced she had done the right thing.
Oh, I have my doubts to an extent. Okay. And while it is certainly a drain, okay. The right thing, where it's so simple. Well, this is arguably one of the more important ones, but that can wait, I think. Alright, that's gonna upgrade some of my guys. Before I head in there, and I will have to. It's the only way, I guess. Where is it? A locked item, a battle, puzzle.
As Meve neared Gatburg, her eyes were drawn at once to the black pennants flying over its palisades. Nilfgaard's pennants. Her scouts found the city's buildings intact, its streets unstained by blood. Black-clad soldiers could be seen guarding storehouses holding loot pillaged from nearby settlements. Curiously, these soldiers were very few in number.
The gates stand open. Clearly the Imperials expect no attack, giving us the element of surprise. We can take back the city and
make off with the gold.
Gascon finished. Meve hated Nilfgaard and needed gold to maintain her army. Two very good reasons to attack Gatburg. Her decision made, she ordered her men to prepare for battle. Now the invaders would have to try their hand at defending.
The queen had feared her soldiers would not court death for the sake of an Aedirnian city. After all, why risk one's neck for a neighbor's home when you have yet to reclaim your own? Nonetheless, Meve's infantry fought ferociously, never breaking. In the face of Nilfgaard's onslaught, the trifling difference among Lyrians, Temerians, and Dwenis no longer mattered. Ultimately, they were people of the north, and they must answer each other's call. Attack the weaker unit.
They feel at home here, the Nilfgaardians. Let's show them they're wrong.
Ours is not to reason why.
Ah.
New orders? No?
Oh.
Alright.
Must be an important lesson in this. But what?
No signs of fighting! These Horsens must have opened the gates for the black lads.
Yeah, yeah!
Alright.
Shh, cock it.
Alright, end the turn.
Ha! Order will triumph. It must triumph. Company, forward march!
Right, end the turn.
What do you want of me?
We'll catch 'em all! Oh.
Of course, as you wish, master.
The chase is on! Ow!
Off to the front yet again.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
Ah. Quiet, or the Commissar will hear.
Greetings. What is it?
Brach! Scheiß! In zwei! Oh.
Well, that ended poorly. But then again, I had some cards that were completely useless. Play a card from your deck. Alright, that will do.
They feel at home here, the Nilfgaardians. Let's show them they're wrong.
Again and again and again.
152, 154.
Ha! Scrubbing duty again? Oh, gods.
No signs of fighting! These Horsens must have opened the gates for the black lads.
Ah!
Yeah, yeah! Oh.
Order will triumph! It must triumph!
Enough chit-chat. Draw your weapon.
Ha!
If anyone asks, you've not seen me.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target. Thing about slings, they hide well.
Alright, he's gonna be weakened soon enough.
We'll catch them all!
Alright, that will do.
Ah.
That was not in the spellbooks.
Alright, he's further weakened.
I smell a leak.
Off to the front yet again.
Coin never stinks, no matter how rank the pouch.
Ah.
Quiet, or the Commissar will hear.
Brach! Scheiß! In Trey! Ah.
The battle's won, Your Majesty.
Ah.
Alright, so much for the ambassador over there.
The Battle of Gatburg ended in Maeve's victory, much to its inhabitants' displeasure. While she examined the Nilfgaardian storehouses, the city's mayor, an elderly gentleman with a walrus moustache, requested a private audience.
Your Grace, I am old. Kill me, you'll merely save my gout the trouble. So I'll be frank. You've but few men. You'll not spare a one to defend the city. When you ride off, the Imperials will retake Gatburg, peer into their looted storehouses, and seek revenge. You will be far off, while we shall be oh so terribly near.
The old man creaked down onto his knees and gripped the hem of the Queen's coat with knobby fingers.
Your Majesty, I beg you, leave the gold, or the streets of Gatburg will flow with the blood of our women and children.
Maeve contemplated what to make of the fellow. Should he be praised for his forethought and concern for his townsmen, or condemned for cowardice and insolence? Black Rayla, however, had no such doubts.
Traitors all. Small wonder the town's untouched. Must have opened the gates wide for the southern scum. Now they want us to let them fill their pockets with plundered gold.
I agree.
After a moment's hesitation, Meve had her soldiers load the stolen gold onto their wagons.
As you pointed out, Mayor, my army is small, which is why I need gold to expand it.
The mayor said nothing. He bowed to the Queen, then hobbled off, leaning heavily on his cane, as if this short exchange had cost him years of life.
Alright. It's not their gold anyway.
We haven't any reason to rejoice, friend. Blackclads will be back. Just you wait and see. Grim prospect. They'll either hack us into pieces, or drag us off to labor in chains. Grim. We haven't any reason. Grim.
What's this? Standard battle. All Aedirn burned. Cities, villages, forests. When the flames eventually died out, the kingdom choked on it black. I kinda expected more gold, if I'm honest, over there. Begin.
Aye.
Shh, cork it.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Should have listened to me old lady.
Alright, let's see what they've got. Hold on.
And just when you thought things were about to get dull.
Yeah, hello, Gascon.
Ow!
Ha!
That will kill him.
You must sweat like a swine in that jacket.
Hey? Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
Alright, that's it.
Fuck, get our asses moving.
Okay.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Tell me you jest.
This harvest will be reaping black-clad heads.
Alright, we're gonna kill that one. Alright, one. So, he took his own life rather than submit to Nilfgaard. Well. As for the different ally, it is move from hand or move to the other room, move next to it. And boost it by 1. Two recruits. What I really need is this. 200 recruit cap. Or all this gold and wood and all that is kind of pointless. At least in terms of building more units.
Grim prospect. They'll either hack us into pieces.
You hear? Gatburg opened its gates to the Black Lads. Surrendered without a fight. They take the young and strong as slaves. Leave the elders to starve and wane. Elves and dwarves, dirty non-humans, took sides with Nilfgaard. Then of a sudden, hit us from the back. You hear? You hear?
Was here just a week past. That was a mill. An inn. Out more than ashes now.
And of the people, not a trace. Not even the bodies.
Why would you... I mean, you lose gold, you lose morale. For what? Not our concern, boys. To hell with it. I was reminded of that story in the prologue of the Witcher 3. Burn, baby, burn, huh? Puzzle back.
Left, right, left, right. Again and again and again.
Our ballista, your command. Armor won't save. One bullet's all I need. Give me a target.
Again and again and again. Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Give me a target. Our ballista, your command. Armor won't save.
Left, right, left, right.
One bolt's all I need.
Not the cleanest possible way, but still. A rune. So I'm guessing this golem was responsible for all of this. What happened here? Yep.
Look to the...
No, I didn't think the dialogue would cut off there. What's this?
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die. Go, hop, hop.
You mad? Don't shake that! This could hurt.
Submit. Good. Victory there. Now for the second round.
An army's a waste of time for one like me.
Oh, Lyrian lummoxes.
Left, right, left, right.
Okay.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
You must sweat like a swine in that jacket.
Alright, the game's turn.
Company, forward march! We'll catch 'em all!
Alright, end the turn.
Aye.
I wonder if it will be enough.
Quick and painful this'll be.
Alright, Necker's killed. Key. Need to find said key. There we go. All right. Gascon.
What happened here?
Sadly, it was Rayla who met with surprise. 100-yard gap gaped in the unbreachable walls of Rosberg. The fortress itself was aflame, spewing black smoke into the sky.
I don't... How? It can't be!
There was no time to consider her question, for Nilfgaardian scouts had spotted Meave's company. The Queen knew battle was inevitable, so she gave the signal to form a defensive line, then drew her blade.
Alright, let battle be joined. At Rosberg, Meave realized Nilfgaard had not started this war simply to draw more favorable political boundaries in order to shift the continent's balance of power, but to burn the north to the ground to build a new Nilfgaardian-dominated world atop the ashes. Thus, the Lyrians were not fighting for honor nor spoils, but for survival. Prevent the scouts from calling in reinforcements. Let's see what we're gonna be dealing with.
Your Grace, Nilfgaardian fighters remain in the city.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Alright. 10 turns.
That was not in the spell books.
9 turns.
Quiet, or the Commissar will hear.
Bloody Horsens. They'll pay for this.
I'm sure they will.
I smell a leak. Brach! Scheiß! In! Trade! Shh! Cork it!
Off to the front yet again.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
I refuse to believe it. The king could not have died here.
Yeah, probably.
Hey?
Yeah. Quiet, or the Commissar will hear. In trade!
Should have listened to me, old lady.
To the gloire!
Watch for Demoven's banners! If he's here, we must find him!
Well,
Lyrians met one note of luck in this song of woe. Rosberg had fallen, yes, but the Nilfgaardians, not expecting reinforcements from the south, had stationed only a small detachment to hold it. Meve led her men to victory and retook the fortress. Or rather, what was left of it. What they did not demolish during their assault, the Nilfgaardians burnt once inside the city. Countless charred corpses of both defenders and peasants seeking shelter from the invaders lay among the blackened ruins. Some had tried to shield their children from the fire with their own bodies. To no avail.
Gods be damned!
The queen cried, pounding her fist against the wall. Meve was about to give the order to move on when she caught a stifled whimper coming from a pile of rubble. Her soldiers ran to the rescue, their bare hands digging through the fiery bricks.
Here! He's alive!
The man they pulled from the ruins had suffered horrible burns. His face was a stew of seared flesh and pus-filled boils, and he reeked of burnt meat. Seeing Black Rayla, the poor soul staggered to his feet and lifted a shaking hand in salute.
Engineer Lieutenant Xavier Lemons, reporting for duty.
Medic! Send for a medic!
Lemons! What the devil's happened?
I know not. The East Tower, I led the defense. Heating oil to tan Nilfgaardian hides. A catapult struck. The cauldron tipped, burst into flames. The rest, I cannot say.
The fortress fell.
Fell? Damned Scoia'tael.
What was that?
Our preparations were perfect. A month, 2 we could have lasted, but traitors were among us. Elves, dwarves planted charges on the buttresses. An explosion shook the tower, a hole gaped in the wall. Our men threw themselves in, filling the breach.
Vermin, filthy, rotten vermin.
I know you suffer, soldier, but Queen Meve wishes to meet with your sovereign, Demavend. We must know what's become of him.
Gone, luckily. He oversaw the preparations, then returned to Aldersberg. 3 days past.
Then let us do the same. Reynard, prepare our departure.
Hold your grace. Did anyone survive? Anyone at all?
The Nilfgaardians might have taken prisoners. There's hope.
How could they? An entire detachment? An entire city? The animals.
Soldier, my medics will tend to you as best they can. Then we can escort you home if...
This is my home, your grace. Rosberg, I beg you. Let me join your company. Let me exact revenge.
I respect your fighting spirit, good man. But in your state...
Your grace, I can hold neither shield nor sword, but I can still fight in my own way. I'm an engineer. I build siege towers, ballistae, bridges, whatever you wish. I pray, grant me a chance.
Such pain, such ferocity resounded in Xavier's rasping, distorted voice that Meve could not refuse his plea. Once the medics had bandaged his wounds, Meve's men set out towards Aldersberg, following Demavend and the Nilfgaardians. At one point in their journey, Black Rayla rode up next to Meve. The warrior's lips were a thin line, bitten to blood.
Milady, the road to Aldersberg leads through Moulderwood, where Eldain's Scoia'tael prowl. Same filth who killed my men and delivered Rosberg to the Black Butchers.
Rayla breathed deeply to steady her furious, shaking voice.
Please, milady, I ask you upon the holies, let us find them and destroy them.
Meve gave a slight nod. It seemed the road to Aldersberg would prove long and full of challenges.
Indeed. Well, Rosberg fell. And there was not to be done about it.
A pity Willem is not with us.
Lovely. So what, he can see the handiwork of his allies? Yeah, probably. Accidentally skipped that, though. My opinion on the Scoia'tael is fairly simple. There are some good apples in that rotten tree, but the tree must be burnt to the ground. More even, probably.
Dwarves breach the walls, ploughing traitors. Where's the king? Why did... They took everything. I'd head to the wood, but my fear of... They took everything.
Alright, Christine signing out.